chase like they usually do. Better call me my name. I'm not Bobo the fool. Oh, your game is your game, but I'm 2 steps up the rule. Checkmate. One time, I'ma tell you one time. I don't like to repeat, I don't like to rewind. Think we need a sunset, I don't wanna revive. Ain't a need to be where you be, see my decline. Conversation gets deep, I hate the incline. Come down to your sense, maybe leave high. From the curve of your hips, I think you'll be fine. Oh, go deal with it before I reply. How you want me to stay? I've been there for you. Oh, you want me to chase like they usually do. Better call me my name. I'm not Bobo the fool. Oh, your game is your game, but I'm 2 steps up the rule. Checkmate. Slick shit, you must think you big shit, acting like you can do whatever you want. Go around getting into business, front like for real, we can tell what you want. Oh, hit dogs holler and you love collars. Bitch gonna say I'm wrong. I respect honor, but you deserve not us, so this don't gotta take that long. Now you want me to stay? I've been there for you. Oh, you want me to chase like they usually do. Better call me my name.
Dala Dofi, Dofa, Dofan. Do, 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 do. Same artist from the outro? Correct. Hello, hi. It is the same exact artist from the outro. Babies, before you begin to tell mods to check Discord, they'll know what the issue is. But babes, before you tell mods to check Discord, they'll know what the issue is. What? What's up? Tell mods to check the Discord. What's going on in the Discord? I say when it's 12:30 in my country. It's basically the morning for me. What does that mean? What are you talking about? What's going on in my Discord? Is there something? Is there? Are you guys being unreasonable on my Discord again? Is that what's happening? Are you guys being unreasonable on my Discord? Is that what's happening? Is that what's going on? Because I'm a little sick of you guys being unreasonable on my Discord. Is what I'm sick of. I'm fed up, to be quite honest with you. They just earned a new fan with that one. Instead of asking for their name, I'm just going to look at the credits at the end of your videos. It's Taraj. It's Taraj. It's just Taraj. The name. I gotta ask, man, what's going on in my Discord? Is there some? Because you can't just come in here and say something's going on in my Discord, not explain what's happening in my Discord. Because man, it's so agitating to have to deal with the people in my Discord. It's like the worst thing ever. I'm just not a fan of it. If I could be so bold, I'd say I hate it. What's up, Elfin Girl? If I could be so bold, I would say I hate it the most. Nothing too deep, forget and ignore. What is it? What is it? What's happening? What's going on in my Discord? What's happening? How'd you do the thumbnail? How to do a thumbnail? What, for a shorts live? Easy. Or how did I make the thumbnail? What do you mean? I took the image. I did this. Right? I did that. Then I cut myself out. Look at this. I did this. Then I cut myself out. I found an image online. I found an image online of me, of a background, a campfire. I went to Photopea, which is free, and I figured out little mental illness, nothing to get bottled over. Oh, brother. I'm your only YouTube chat feels wrong. Does it? Probably. I'm about to say I could. The thumbnails my thumbnails are not hard to make at all. I make sure I can make my thumbnails in 10 seconds. That's how I make my thumbnails, because I have to make a lot of videos each day. So I make sure I can make my thumbnails in 10 seconds. What's that symbol on my poncho? I don't know. I really don't know. This is an African garb I got, so I don't know. I have no clue. I have zero idea of what's going on there. No idea. So your guess is as good as mine. I'll tell you that right now. So I do want to point out that we are doing stories today. We're doing stories today. So, and also it's a Q&A day. It's nothing too crazy. I don't have much drama to talk about today, so if you got, I know a lot of people are drama whores. They really love it when I talk about drama or something of that variety. They really enjoy it. They just really enjoy it. So there's no big drama going on happening today. So we're just kind of chatting and talking today. But there's a few things I want to talk about. There are a few things I do want to discuss. So if you're here for some fun discussion, that'll be the fun there. You guys want to hear some really messed up stuff? I'll let you decide. Do you guys want to hear messed up stories that aren't politically correct? Or do you guys want to hear fun, cool stories that have good endings? Because a lot of things that happen in my life don't really have good endings. So do you want a good ending or do you want a real ending? Which one do you prefer first? Is really what I have to ask. Because sometimes I'll tell an event that happened in my life and then people will say, "You're messed up." Why do you have to choose? I don't know, Kill God Kings. He's like, "You're messed up for saying that." I don't know. Please, but bro, please go to sleep. Look at yourself. Look at me. What's going on? What? What's happening? Here if you offer, but hold up a second. Why do I gotta go to sleep? What's happening? Did something go on? Is something on my face? I look amazing. Damn, I look good. Hold on. Here, I do look amazing. Hold on. You're right. I look fantastic. Is something going on? What's up? Is there something in my eye? A little sleep in my eye, I guess. A little sleep in my eye, I suppose. What's going on? Something in my eye? Is it because of these dark circles? Is that it? Are you concerned about my hereditary trait? What's going on? What's happening? I'm African. Look at an African person. Look tired. I'm African. I have dark eyes. I don't know. I'm from Africa. A lot of people in Africa have dark eyes. We just have a lot of melanin around our eyes. That I don't know what to tell you. That's all I can say. No bad ending stories to I'm telling. I try not to imply you're tired. I'm sorry. No, it's okay, Elvin. Somebody else in the YouTube chat is saying I'm just confused. All right, so I guess we'll start with a bad story. I guess we'll start with something evil. We'll start with something evil. So be me, black, delicious, chilling in my bedroom. My friend hits me up. He says, "Hey man, I don't know if I can be with my girl." I said, "What? Word? You can't be with your girl? What's happening?" He said, "I can't be with my girl because, she lied to me. And I hate betrayal. I'm a big hater of betrayal. I hate every time when someone gets betrayed. I don't like seeing betrayal. I can't even watch stories where someone gets betrayed because it hurts the home. It hurts my heart." So I said, "How did she betray you?" He said, "She lied about her body." What? You got catfished? You ain't even fisherman. You ain't got your fishing license. How you get catfished? He said, "Man, look at this." And he sends me an unprompted, unsolicited, unconsensual nude of his girl. And he said, "Man, she's shaped like pancakes." And she was shaped like pancakes, but sadly, I love IHOP. So I'm saying, well, she looks good to me. I don't know what's going on. She got a bunch of loose skin because she had liposuction. Because she used to be big, then she got smaller. He said, "I don't know, man. I can't deal with that because it feels like I got betrayed. She was wearing one of them skin tight suits. And now I have to deal with that. I have to deal with her flappy body." I said, "Man, I might break up with her." I said, "If you don't like your girl body, you don't gotta be with her. But if she's on the market, what I'm saying, I'm an investor, I'm a buyer. I like stock market." He said, "You gonna be with my ex?" I said, "She ain't your ex yet, she your girl. If you don't like your girl's body, I will gladly take the flapjacks you refuse to eat because I got syrup at home and I'm willing to eat. So technically, you did just leaving a meal on the table and I'm taking up what you left off. I can get your leftovers because I just enjoy food. I've been homeless before. Let me get the meal." He said, "You disgusting." I'm disgusting. We're discussing the fact that you're talking about breaking up with your girl over her body. You're disgusting. I don't like that about you. So he ends up saying, "Man, you just a weirdo, bro." So naturally, he breaks up with the girl, insults her body. She makes a big post on Facebook. It's a whole little cabago boogle going on there. And I say, "Hey, girl, I know you mentally weak, and it's my moment to take advantage of you." Ha ha. And naturally, she's mentally in a chokehold. She's got out of a relationship. I end up taking her on a date. And man, she can eat. I can tell she used to be a big girl because she put that food away. Holy Jesus, you love to see it. So I'm minding my black business, watching her eat, and hopefully I can see by the way she's eating, by the way she's wiping her face, I can tell that she was an eater. I could feel that within the coalescence of her body. I take her home, and lo and behold, I had International House of Pancakes all night. It was delicious. That was fun for me. It was just a fun moment for me. fun moment. And I think about this a lot because my friend, he really didn't appreciate her when he was with her. Now, I didn't date her or anything of that variety. Didn't really do anything like that. It's just strange. Just strange work. I was just having a good time. I was having a blessed time hanging out with this woman. Now, naturally, we are completely different. We're opposites. We're opposites a few years back, but we're opposites. We obviously didn't have the same mental barriers, the same mental backing. We didn't really understand each other to a coalescing level. See, she was somebody, that believed she wanted to have kids. I didn't want to have kids. So she was trying to find somebody that wanted to have kids. She wanted to build a life hole with something like that. She wanted to build a relationship and a strong boundary with somebody. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about building a future with this woman. I cared about building something inside of her body, which was me. I was caring about Bob the Buildering. I was caring about going Smurf Village and using my mushroom to make a Smurf house inside of her penis cozy, her pink taco. That's what I was trying to do. That was my entire thought process. Now, naturally, you may not understand this little known fact about me. I'm actually asexual. I don't care about sex at all. I really don't. But I know that sex is the only way most people communicate. I understand that. I grasp it. I'm picking up what they putting down. And I'm putting down around the confines of me getting inside of her gullet, getting inside of her body, getting inside of her guts. And I ain't talking about berserk. But I did go berserk inside of that. I hit her with the soup block special. Hit her with that chicken shawarma. We had chicken shawarma afterwards, but I did give her the pickle. There's usually pickle and chicken shawarma. And I'm giving her the hummus because this chick could pee. She pissed after we had coitus. It sounded like she was frying pork chops. Oh my God, it sounded like she was frying pork chops. It sounded crazy in there. I thought she was knocking the porcelain off my toilet seat. I was gonna say, oh my God, what's all that noise? What's all that movement back there? What's that movement? What's that movement going on? I was scared. I had assumed that Godzilla had awoken from his slumber. I thought 16 horses were outside my house spitting on the ground. I thought somebody had a water floss in the bathroom. I thought she brought a water floss with her because she was eating crazy at the dinner. I didn't know what was happening. All I knew from my mind, body, spirit, and soul was that she was pissing crazy. And that was beautiful. Now, she was shaped kind of crazy, and I appreciate that. I like people that are shaped crazy because interesting bodies remind me of One Piece characters. And she was built definitely like a One Piece character. Not like a One Piece woman, like a One Piece character. Just crazy side thing. It was fun. Had a fun time there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Bro, what is you on about, Elmo? What is the point? You guys wanted a story. What's going on? What? I'm just what? What's cracking? I'm just talking about what happened a few years back. What's up? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the most illegal thing you've done? Oh man, I could talk about that. Yeah, I could talk about the most illegal. Sheesh. Okay, there was a homeless dude, right? And he didn't have a house. So I ended up registering his house at one of the abandoned houses in Detroit so he could get a job. So that's probably the most illegal thing I've done besides take all the copper out the house and then sell it to a body shop that could use the copper because copper was going for a lot of money back in the day. Still is going for a lot of money now. Probably that or rob the old man outside of Greektown Casino. Not really sure. So just telling you what it is. They're kind of I love no hate. I'm just saying I'm getting crazy take on body, but it remind me of One Piece character. They do. What are you talking about? AC, I kind of forgot if it was bugging me, so I found it. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful. Don King. You already know it's Don King in the building. It's the one and only. I'm just explaining, and it's the thing, right? I'm not necessarily a good person, but I'm a fun person, right? I'm fun. I'll tell you that much. I'm somebody that you look at him and you say, oh, he's a fun I can hang around him a few times. I'm good. Tell you what. Tell you a situation. Tell you a situation happened a few months back, right? A few months back. So a few months back, my friend hit me up and he said, hey man, can you come over and help me clean my house? I said, I can help you clean your house. I'm a little bit of a Nanny McPhee. I'm the one to do it. I can clean anything. I go to his house, I'm ill-equipped. I am ill-equipped. I didn't expect this man to have his ejaculation tissues just kind of scattered about. I was confused. I said, oh my God, I can see little Timmy, little Jeffrey, little Steven. Is that Darmikius? Oh my goodness. I can see the names of the children he was going to have within the tissue paper. He just had it scattered about. It was disgusting. I was actively upset by how nasty it was in there. And then I lift up a plate. There's mildew on the plate. Smelled like mothballs in there. I said, oh my goodness. This smells like mothballs and your balls. This is disgusting. I go into his room. Smell like a Smash Bros convention. Oh my God. He said, yeah, hold on. Let me move my chair. He moved his chair. 6 cockroaches saw me and didn't move. I want to point this out. Cockroaches scatter when they are exposed to light. These cockroaches looked at me and just assumed that I was somebody that wasn't worth their time. They walked. Have you ever seen a cockroach walk in your life? I've never seen a cockroach walk ever. I didn't even know they were possible of walking. I said, oh, it's just with your exoskeleton and your nasty body. I said, what about those He said, oh, don't worry about them. I'm worried about everything in this household. I'm disgusted. I said, where do you want to start? He said, I guess we can go to the basement. I almost pissed myself. This place has a basement? It caught me off guard. So we go to the basement. Oh my God. Oh, sweet, delicious Jesus on a cheese stick. I go downstairs. The basement. We couldn't get in the basement. He has 7 mattresses in the basement, all covered in piss, look like a goddamn coffee filter. I said, whoa, what? Why is there so much piss on your mattress? He said, sometimes when I'm lazy, I don't like to. I said, you know what? I don't even want an answer. I think I'm going to make like Pokemon and go. He said, you know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton type beat. I'm just going to make like Pokemon and go. He said, you ain't going to help me clean? I said, I need to help. You need to go to therapy. You need to go right to therapy immediately. I don't want to be anywhere near what you are because you are a different amalgamation. You are an 8th dimensional imp is what you are. It's so gross. And I didn't want to shame him because he may have been depressed or something like that. But man, I was gonna magically manifest some SSRIs in my hand or something, man. I'd rather you feel nothing than whatever you're feeling to make your room like this because it was disgusting. Oh, it was so I was so angry. And I was angry for him. I was angry for him. I felt that there was so much rage boiling inside of my balls when I saw this man's room. I didn't know how to feel. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna help you out. I hired a nanny to his household, right? This is the part that really threw me for a loop here. Hired the people, and they said, well, give me a range of severity of the house. I said, range of severity. I said, imagine if 6 Hurricane Katrinas happened. And they said, haha, you funny. I'm dead fucking serious. I'm not playing around. So, oh, you're serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Imagine if 37 Godzillas. Imagine if 56,000 battles happen. Imagine if Napoleon Bonaparte tore your bones apart. Imagine if 6 car crashes happen. That's what the house is. So, and I was supposed to take pictures in order for the cleaning service so they can have an idea of how many people to bring out, how many cleaning supplies to bring out. Tell me why I sent 3 pictures and they said, oh, this is going to cost you $800. I sent 3 pictures. I had like 50 more to take and it was already at $800. It's so I was so angry. I was like, man, that's interesting. That's interesting. You know what? I don't think I got the facilities to help you out, man. So I ended up having a bunch of people in my house, so I had my family come over and try to help. Had my mom come over, right? Mom come over. She said, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. What? Who did this? The man upstairs trying to clean and move around said, no. This is the work of the devil. I said, Mom, it's not really. She said, no, this is Satan. This is Satan? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was getting biblical here. And she said, no, this is wrong. This is wrong? My mom, I've never seen my mom invoke the name of Yahweh over a cleaning situation. This caught me for a loop. I said, oh, I didn't know we were invoking spirits about a household. So I just, man, this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. It was just nasty. Just nasty. It's his house. He ended up selling his house and moving into a studio where he can keep it more clean. But yeah, that was nasty. Real nasty situation. All right, what's up? Questions? What you got? Selling? Yeah, he ended up selling his house. Yeah. I caught a guy playing Pokemon in my college bathroom. That's a statement. Who bought that? I don't know who bought it. I don't know who bought that. I don't know whoever bought that. God bless them. Bless the Most High. Whoever bought that must have really needed a house. I don't know who bought it. I don't work here. I'm just a guy. I'm just a fella. I'm the person. I'm nobody important. They used to do it for free using YouTube views to sponsor the cleanup. Yeah. That is a lot of money. Vine boom sound effects exist for this story. Do they? I'll help friends who have been going through. That is Kanye, eighth dimensional imp. Somebody. Sometimes it helps when it's a lady. How many syllables does your name have? Let me see. Ceros de le grands. L'ambient Bauzebub Kaiser Whaley. 15. Just torture and start a new one. Gonna have to do that. It felt it felt like a losing battle. Is really where I was at. It just felt like a losing battle to be there. That's the whole thing. That's just nasty. It's demonstrably nasty. It's just really nasty. It's just nasty. I guess I can do another story for you. I'll do another story for you. Another story. Few years back, I was on Grindr minding my black, delicious, buttery business, and I encountered a femboy. Now, this is my first days on Grindr. I didn't really know much about the gay scene, didn't really know how the chocolate starfish operate. I just wanted to see what was going on the other side of the grass, see if it was greener. But sadly, the pastures were a bit browner. I meet up with the femboy at a motel, and I'm having a good time. I'm thinking to myself, ooh, this is going to be fun. Ooh, this is going to be great. And then, little known fact, the femboy had not properly not eaten for 12 hours. Now, I didn't know about prep or anything of that variety. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to eat for 12 hours. I go down there and I get blasted with a bunch of non-wipe nonsense, just speckles of fecal. And I'm like, whoa, this is grody. This is the most disgusting. This is one of my first experiences, too. I was like, whoa, this is the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He said, sorry, I'm wet. I almost shot him. I promise you, I promise you, I would have manifested. I would have used magic almighty to manifest a desert eagle and capped him in the toenails. It would. What, you're wet? No, that's dookie, brother. That's just poop. That is not. Who told you this? Who informed you this was good? He said, oh, I'm so sorry. And said, you disgust me. So I said, okay, let's go take a shower, right? So I look up on YouTube how to clean out properly, the rectal cavities and things of that variety. Apparently, I needed a hose or something to do all this extra stuff. It was nasty. It was so nasty. It was just disgusting. I hated every single second of it. And it messed me up for so long because I'm thinking to myself, wow, this gay men must have to be really clean. Like, really high quality gay men must be the cleanest people on earth. The bar to be gay is so much more impressively higher. And that's why I think a lot more gay men are more attractive than straight men, because a lot more gay men have a higher bar of entry. There's a higher level of entry and higher level of cleanliness and hygiene to be a gay man. I think it's just a different level. And that's why I think women like gay men a bit more because of that thing. I think I encountered the only dirty femboy in all of Michigan, maybe, because every time after that, brother was telling me all these news. He said, all right, I can't eat for 12 hours, and I only can eat salad, and I only eat leafy greens, and I don't eat meat ever. I'm like, good, perfect. I don't want meat coming out the poop chute. Love to see it. Just beautiful work. And I'm so confused. I'm so confused. It kills me so much. It kills me. I do stream. It kills me. It kills me every single day when I witness people insult gay men and stuff of that variety, saying, oh, they're freaks, they're nasty, stuff of that variety. Incorrect. Gay men are not nasty. As a matter of fact, gay men exfoliate. You know what's crazy? So I used to have horrible back knee, right? I used to have crazy back knee. Now I'm showing you my back. I started exfoliating with this sugar scrub, right? Man, because a gay man showed me. Hold on. I started exfoliating with this sugar scrub. Now, my back is smoother than it's ever been. I used to have spaghetti meat back is what I had. Now, you can't tell, but I have a smoother back. It's reflecting. It's refiguring. I like a bald man scalp, like Mr. Clean Head back here. It feels so smooth and nice. It used to go to my arms, and now I've been exfoliating, and it's good. It's good. It's so nice. It's so nice. And that's because a gay man gave me top at a rallies, and he explained to me I should exfoliate. That's fun. That's important, man. Sugar scrubs are so important. That's what matters in life. What matters is getting top from a gay man and then figuring out how to use sugar scrubs because you haven't had any skincare regimens in your entire life. I got eye cream for my eyes. They used to look a lot worse. I had eye cream for my eyes. It used to look a lot worse. But now, what I got here is some eye cream for men. And men and women have different body types, right? You may not know this, but men and women have whole different body types. You need specific things for specific bodies. You may not know that. You may think you can use all the stuff for that. But if it's specific dermatologist stuff, you need stuff specifically for women and specifically for men. That's what it is. That's the whole thing. It's really important to have that. And I like to explain those differences because a lot of people don't know about that stuff. That's important. That's really, really, really important. A lot of people don't know about that stuff, man. They don't understand. They don't grasp it. Start using a SA body wash once a week and anti-acne. It's really good. It's really good to exfoliate, clear your pores. See, it's the thing, right? Most people don't have basic hygiene. Wipe behind your ear. I'll tell you what, right? We'll do an experiment. We'll do an experiment right now. I want you, if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't even matter right now. I want you to scratch your neck, right? And see if you have dirt under your nails. I want you to scratch your neck and see if you have dirt under your nails. I'm so serious. I'm serious. It is because of hormones. I need you to scratch your neck and look under your nails right now. That's what I need you to do. It's very important. It's very, very important. Most people don't know about most people don't really think about hygiene. They don't think about what the reality of hygiene does or what reality is. You get dirt there because you sweat. Most people don't wipe their neck. Most people don't wipe their ears either. I'm horrible at Smash Bros, by the way. I do not have neck dirt. Check inside your ears too. Check behind your ear. You missing spot. Most people think gravity gonna do all the work when you clean, get in the shower. Oh, you just get water over your body. You need to scrub. You need to scrub, man. You need to scrub. You need to scrub like you really do. Also, I got a tongue brush. I have a specific tongue brush and a silicone back scratcher. I have a specific tongue brush, right? I have a specific tongue brush. No, I'm saying, and don't insult these people, right? Don't insult these people. I'll tell you a story, right? I'll tell you a story, right? I'll give you a tale. I'll give you a tale. I'll give you a fun tale. So I got my butt beat a few years back because my homie was mad at me for telling him to exfoliate. So there I am, just delicious in my bedroom, looking scrumptious, scrumdiddly-umptious. And my friend says, "Hey man, can I spend the night?" I said, "Yeah, buddy, bring your spend the night back." He said, "Pause on that." I said, "No, go on that. I pass go every day. You getting $200 when you're coming over, and we going out to eat, Monopoly status." So he comes on over. He's minding his black business, and we eating some food. And I said, "Hey man, your ears look kind of dirty." He had crust behind his ears. I had my handkerchief on me. I went to the bathroom, got my handkerchief wet, and I went behind his ear. He said, "Whoa, pause on that, bro." I said, "No, like look at his crust. It was mucus behind his ear. It was black gunk and mucus." I said, "How you get mucus behind your ear?" He said, "When I pick my nose, I wipe my burgers behind my ear." I said, "Oh, that's the nastiest thing I ever heard in my entire life." I said, "Okay, that's fine. That's dandy. That's space dandy. That's whatever." I said, "Okay, we gonna go home. I'm gonna teach you how to exfoliate." He said, "Extrapolate." I said, "No, exfoliate, man. I'm gonna teach you how to clear your skin." He said, "Okay, man, clear my skin. That sounds good." Cause I didn't notice everywhere where his body was covered in pores and pimples. I didn't know that. It was just all bad. It looked like the goddamn Sahara Desert. I was like, "Whoa, gee willikers, buddy." So he take off his shirt and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna get some sugar scrub and help you out." So I scrub his back and he said, "Bro, this feel homosexual." Homosexual? This is your skin. This is your body. You get one of these. Please don't waste it. So I scrub it so much there. Oh my, I can't even describe the amalgamation, the grime, the nonsense that came off of his body. It was more toxic than Twitter. It was just nasty. I was like, "Holy gee." It was like radiation. It was like the sludge from an AI data center. It was just so nasty. It was so disgusting what was coming off him. I said, "Okay, let me get your scalp." His scalp had so much dandruff. He had coalesced inside. The dandruff had fused with his hair. It had gone up on each strand individually. I grabbed a fine-tooth comb and I ended up pulling it a little bit. And I messed up because I should have conditioned and washed it first. But he said, "No, this guy." He pushed me back and he left out. And he said, "No, we got to fight now." I said, "Okay." And every time he moved his arm, The dirt was like a miasma. He was using biological warfare to fight me. And I could tell he was using like the dirt and nonsense from his body to fight me. It was blinding me. I think I was about to get pink eye just from fighting him. It was nasty. It was like I was fighting against a poison build in a video game. It was disgusting. I hated this so much. Nasty man. Just a nasty creature. And what's crazy is that this guy who was my friend who has blood in his stool and doesn't know what a tongue scraper is, tongue whiter than the people that used to enslave me. This man, this creature, this human, I could tell with every shadow of a doubt that he thinks that that's how he's supposed to live. And he is one of the, and it's crazy. He's not even a phenomenon. He's not even a one-off instance, right? It could make COVID-22. His bad water could make COVID-22. He's not even a one-off instance. He's a regular straight dude. You know how many straight dudes wear the same pair of pants for 4 days in a row, same underwear for 3 days in a row, don't change their shirt? You know how many straight dudes do that? You know how many straight dudes have the same sheets they've had for 4 months? They don't wash their sheets or their blankets. I didn't know people didn't wash their sheets or their blankets. I didn't know that. This is a new phenomenon for me. I was perplexed. I didn't know people didn't do that. I'd assume everybody was, once a week they were washing their sheets. That's what I thought, right? Spending that at my friend's house one time, right? I'm just spending that at my friend's house. I wake up and my skin feels grimy. I'm itchy. What's going on? I feel like I'm scratching for fat. I'm like, what's happening? Oh, what's going on? Huh? Turns out all the sweat, grime, and oil from his hair was coalesced on the sheet. It was caked in nasty grime. I had a specific thing that I used to scrape up dirt. I had a little comb with me, so I was scraping his blankets. So much nasty gunk came up off that. It's crazy. It's so it's crazy. I didn't know. I said, hey man, we gotta go to a laundromat because your washing machine ain't big enough for your blankets. We gotta take this stuff to the laundromat. He said, oh no, man, I don't need to wash those. That's a woman job. I said, oh, you're stupid. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was dealing with a dumb idiot. I just don't get it. It kills me. It kills me. I just didn't get it. I just don't understand it. Why do we teach men so badly? Men don't think hygiene is important because they're not taught to care about hygiene. Well, they're not taught to do that. Why would men ever have to? Why would men ever have to do that? Right? Because and I've discovered it, right? I think I've discovered it. This is what I discovered, right? I discovered. Straight men have such bad hygiene because they want women to do all the hygiene tasks. Straight men don't cook, they don't clean. They think those are women tasks, so they don't cook and clean themselves. They don't use they don't use deodorant properly. They don't use antiperspirant properly. They don't know the difference between those two words. They use Axe body spray, and then they go out. They just use the water coalescing over their body. They think Mother Earth and gravity are gonna do all the justice. They think that nasty sludge water. They don't scrub. Most people don't use wash rags. I didn't know that. No one told me this phenomena. Most people don't use wash rag. I thought everybody was having at least one wash rag, but no, nobody's having wash rags. There should be 3 wash rags, right? One for your face, one for your balls and butt, and one for the rest of your body. There should be 3 wash rags, and you should wash them 3 times. Well, after every 3 uses, you should wash them. After every 3 uses, you should wash your face in the morning and at night. That's important because you sweat, or after you work out, depending on how much sweat you do. It just seems important. But I know all these hygiene rules because I taught them myself, right? I hang out with a lot of gay men. Gay men don't let me be dirty at all. They say, what's that outfit you're wearing? Go change your clothes. And they roast me, tear me apart. By good bisexual Jesus, they tear me apart. They don't let me go out with dirt on my shoe. They make sure I look at least a little bit decent. That's what I care about. Now, naturally, I like looking homeless when I leave the house in Detroit because I don't want to get robbed. But those gay men have saved my life. It's so important to me to have at least some semblance of good skincare and some variety. It's very important. But most people don't consider it important because straight men have lived their entire lives living in this hellhole that they call fun. They just have this fun little hellhole where they say, nah, I like being dirty. It's really fun. I like being grimy and smelly and vitriolic and filthy. It's just fun to do. And this is important. If you have a gaming chair, right? If you have a gaming chair, You might need to wash your gaming chair because you sweat in your gaming chair, especially if you live in a hot area. You sweat in your gaming chair. Your ball sweat gets on that gaming chair. You got to wash your gaming chair. If you're just standing there, sitting there, clean your keyboard. Clean your PC. So much dirt and gunk and filth gets in the PC and it causes it to mess up. You get dust in there, you could destroy your whole motherboard. You can mess up the whole thing. I have to put it in ways where they can understand so they will want to do it. It has to affect them. It's kind of like how I feel when I tell somebody about AI. If I tell somebody AI affects the environment, they don't care. They say, I don't care about the environments. I live in New York City. Why would I care about the environments? Okay, all right, I got you. I understand. That's fair. That's fair. What if I told you that AI is going to make your electric bill get higher? Oh, my electric bill. They start freaking out. Oh, my electric bill is already $200. What if it was $8,000? $8,000? Why would my electric bill be $8,000? Because they put an AI data center here. It's going to mess you up. The only way you can get somebody to understand you, the only way is to attribute it to something personal in their life, right? That's how you got to get somebody to understand you. Because you could say, well, 1 million people died because of this tsunami, and it's a very tragic event. It's just 1 million people. You know what I mean? It's just 1 million people. Oh, interesting. Your mom died. Oh, my mother. My mother. My mother. No. She was so young. She was 95. That's what it is. That's what it is. You got to make people understand in that variety. That's how you get people to understand you. What is the thumbnail? My thumbnail is me doing this. That's the thumbnail. And then I grabbed the image that I found it on Google. I found an image on Google of a high-res campground. And then I cut myself out. It's really easy to make that. It's like zero effort to make that thumbnail. I literally just cut myself out of the thing. That's it. That's what I did. It's not that hard. Very easy. And most surely I'm fine. Especially as a fabric gaming chair. I've been to some bedrooms. It's disgusting. What are you wearing? I thought it was a hoodie I wanted. Let me show you my whole fit real fast. Hold on. Yassified monk. It's a nice fit, yeah. I like this fit. I'm having a good time. Such whimsy. My wife put a trampoline in my room. Yeah, I'm streaming. What's up, baby? You okay? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, that was me jumping on a trampoline. My mom. Oh, sorry. I was saying that to make people understand tragedy. You're like 1 million people died. I don't care about it. Well, your mom died. Oh, my mama. Oh, that's what I was doing. You like it? That's what I was doing. Do handstands. I am sweaty. It's hot up here. I go like it's hot. They say hi, baby. She said hi back. Oh, mom, sorry. Do handstands? I wish. Wifey, I'm confused. I'm sorry. You're confused? That's my mom. That's my wife. What's going on? That's my wifey. What's going on? As I was saying. You know what's really crazy? People are so confused that I'm in a relationship. They're like, "Ah, man, you know, you're short. You look weird. It's strange." I'm so confused by this. So I want to point this out. This is gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound egotistical. I'm so charismatic. I have so much disgusting charisma. I have no issues. I have everybody I've ever wanted in my entire life. I've been able to get. I do not grasp it. I'm 5'5", yeah, but I want to keep it a stack with you. I've dated women who are 6'2". Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I have never had an issue getting any. If I like somebody, I can. There's like 100% chance I can date them. There's no universe. And if I like somebody, there's no chance that I am. It's what it is. I just want to point that out. Like, it's crazy. There's no universe in which I fail getting somebody that I want to be with. If it's somebody I actually like, it's no contest. Like, it's child's play. It sounds so crazy to say that. I'm not a pickup artist or anything like that. I just know how to talk to people. I think that's really it. I just know how to talk to people. That's it. It's funny because whenever I say that sentence, people are like, "Well, could you get me? I don't like you. I don't." I don't tell you, I don't like you. Like, why would I do that? I don't like you. That's really it. That's all it is. I just don't like the person. There's no like secret hidden agenda towards that. If I don't like the person, it's pointless for me to say, well, I could definitely pick you. No, I can't get anybody on earth. I can get the people I like. I like very specific people. That's really specific. It takes a lot for me to like somebody too. It takes a lot for me to like somebody. It's a lot of work. A lot to work. But that's the whole thing. Oh yeah. I said we were gonna do live debates. We do live debates. But I might switch to live debates for tomorrow. Might be for tomorrow because I have to set up Discord, do all this other stuff. So we might want to do that. We're starting to pick up starter sticker method subscription model business. I might have to. I might have to do that. That might be the method. You see, I'm not tapping into the method. I'm not tapping into the method. It's a little bit crazy. Oh, I remember. So one guy told me it was super gay to like grilled cheese. I don't know what that means. I don't grasp it. I'm like, just sandwich. So I was just chilling, right? I was at a picnic by myself because I'm lonely. And I just had a grilled cheese and some lemonade. Dude comes up to me. He says, "That's kind of homosexual to enjoy lemonade." Is it? I guess I'm the dick detective. I guess I'm the glizzy gobbler. I guess every phallic member in a 300-mile radius is meeting me in the bedroom at the motel up the street because I'm eating a goddamn grilled cheese. It's just a grilled cheese. It's grilled cheese. It's 2 ingredients. Grilled and cheese. The grilled part is the bread, the yeast make it rise. Boom. Wonder Bread. I'm wondering, well, if you got any bread, if you sound broke. You sound broke right now, being concerned about another man's culinary choices. Sounds crazy. I remember I was enjoying a strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. I was minding my black business, enjoying a strawberry shortcake. And this homie comes up, and this black dude, he looks at me, I said, "You okay?" He said, "Yeah, man, I wouldn't eat a strawberry shortcake." You wouldn't eat a strawberry shortcake? Brother, I'd eat chocolate starfish. I would eat anything. I'd eat mushrooms because I got much room for everything in this world. What do you mean you wouldn't eat that? It baffles me to question what goes inside of my body. Someone called me fruity for eating avocado toast. Why are you policing everything somebody eats? Avocados is good for you. I had a blueberry. And the blood almost shot me. I think about that every day. That's what caught me off guard. Think about that a lot. I don't know about that one. That feels, I don't know if that's homophobic. That feels very gang related. Don't know about that one. I just don't eat a blueberry around the blood. That's probably the biggest thing. It's not the biggest thing. Can't eat a blueberry around the blood. He'd be like, "So whoa." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm cooked. Wallahi, I'm finished. Put me in a blender. Baby, it's just me. I'm done. I'm completely cooked. You hate to see it. I don't know. I wish people were less ridiculous about other people's choices. And what's crazy is that you can have an opinion about anything, but you don't gotta share it. Right? Know what I mean? Okay, but avocado toast means you're a millennial and not fruity. So this is fun, right? Technically, I'm not a millennial. Technically, I think I'm Gen Z. I'm technically Gen Z because I was born in 96. So I'm technically Gen Z. I want to point this out real fast, though. I'm like the oldest Gen Z on earth. And I want to point this out. This is really important. I hate avocados. Right? The only way I can even consume avocados is guacamole and avocado toast. That's it. It's just the straights. Sounds like a slur. I was like, I'm old Gen 2. Yeah, 25. See, it's crazy because I don't feel old. I don't know when this older age got older, right? I don't know. And it feels so strange, right? How aging works. If you're above the age of 21, you're old as hell. If you're like 0 to 20, you are young as hell. The only age you can possibly be on the internet is 21. That's it. And that's the oldest you could possibly be. You hit 30, oh, you're ancient. You're hanging out with the dinosaurs. It's crazy. I don't know. Is that ageist to just insult people because of their age and call them super old and unk status? Well, you hit 30, your body's going to be decrepit. How about you stretch? How about you stretch? I work out every day and stretch. How about you start stretching and start eating right? Have you considered drinking water or at least doing the neck stretches that you did in gym in the beginning? How do some arm circles? Have you considered that? Oh, you're unk, bro. You're so old. You're unk, bro. You're the oldest man on earth, bro. I don't understand you old, bro. Go. I want to say something so violent, so angry, so vitriolic, so nasty. I want to curb stump you in the middle of oncoming traffic. There's so many nasty things I want to say. It's so crazy. This mindset that 30 in itself is old. You are just beginning life. You know what's old? 60, 70, 50 is like middle ages, maybe 40, 50 to me. 35, you're getting up there in age. You're a little bit older. I consider you to be mature at 35. 42, a little bit still mature. 42 is mature. 50, 50 up, that's old. You're getting older. You're getting a little bit older. You're a bit of an old man. But saying 30, the age gets lower. Are we living in the Mesozoic era where everybody is losing their life at the age of 32, where you have such a low life expectancy? We can live to up to 100. There are people that live up to 80. How is 30 old when you have not even completed half of your life yet when you could live to 80? That doesn't make any sense. Are you crying? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It's just so stupid. It's incomprehensible to me. It is incomprehensible to me to have this mindset. It's so crazy. It's nuts. I just don't get it. 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 I just don't grasp it. Oh, you know what I also don't get? 2007 and get called unk? You're 19. Brother, you're 19 or 18. What are you on about? What are we talking about? This old people and stuff like that. You know what kills me? You know what kills me? You know what destroys me? This is what gets me the most. Right? Tell you a story. I went to my friend's house for dinner a while back and I asked their mom, "Hey, how many times have you climaxed?" And the mom said, "Oh, not very often, just a regular question." And my friend said, "I don't want to think about my mom having coitus." Yeah, neither does your dad either. Your dad probably doesn't care about that at all because he's probably finishing each time and she's not finishing at all. Because I had this theory inside of my mind. I had this theory that most moms that are with straight men don't finish as often because men think giving cunnilingus to women is the grossest thing on the planet, but men just expect sloppy toppy. They just expect it every single time. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so the mom probably is not reaching for full potential of her true awakening in the bedroom. And I had discovered something very interestingly. Most women above the age of 40 that are Christian based in faith do not pleasure themselves. Did you know that? Did you know that? They don't consider that to be a thing they should do. Most older women don't do it. Most older women consider it sinful if they're a part of the Christian background denomination. That's strange to me. It's strange. They don't even know about any of the fun stuff they could possibly do. They're literally just pleasing their man, the old mindset. And that feels so stagnating to the mindset. So I start asking, my friend's mom a bunch of questions. I said, "Okay, when's the last time that you received dome?" And then she said, "Pardon?" I said, tongue down there. And she said, "Oh, he hasn't done that in 10 years. Or maybe if it's a special gift for an anniversary." When do you give him sloppy? "Oh, every other night." Crazy. It's nuts to me. It's not. It's older people, right? It's older people and they haven't done it. That's why if you are 22 and a man, it is your job to go out there and start having lunch. It is your job to go out there and start enjoying Tokyo Box, going nuts. That's a sponsorship somehow. Go crazy. It is your job to go out there and start going nuts. It is your duty, your civic duty. Your civic duty to do so. You have to. There's so many women out there who you could easily impress. Be a lot easier. Shoot up. Aim for the stars. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to do this because no one else can do it but you. See, believe in the me that believes in you. You know what I'm saying? Believe in the me that believes in Soldier Boy. You. You know what I mean? How am I? I'm doing fantastic. I'm just saying. that when you really think about it, when you really pin it to the dish like a butterfly, when you really spread it apart, you can actively do so many different things. And people think I'm joking. People think I'm telling fibs or jokes or goofs. I'm not telling any jokes. I'm not saying anything that you can't do in this life, ho. You have the ability to do whatever you want. You can do whatever you feel like. You are free. You are an American, not an Americans. You know what I mean? That's who you are. Pierce the heavens with your tongue. You can do this. There's so many people out here not achieving true sexual stimulation. You could provide that. You don't even got to be good at it. You just got to do it. Nike, just do it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to be there. You got to be there or be square because you're not around. You know what I mean? That's why the term be there or be square, because you're not around. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? Be there, be square, because when you're square, you're not around. See what I mean? You got it? Understand what I mean? Hey, we break it out. We're breaking it down, right? We're breaking it down. And I'm going to break it down with you because you could be breaking the backs of. Here's what you do. I'm gonna give you a strategy. I'm going to give you a strategy. I'm going to give you some hidden game. Hidden game. If you're struggling finding a mate, a partner, and you are a man, go to Tinder right now and set the age to 50 plus. 50 plus, they have never in their life experienced true stimulation from a young man in any capacity. Put it to 50 plus. You're immediately going to get hit up by hundreds of people that probably have money from their dead, deceased husbands, because the age gap and disparity between a 50-year-old woman and her husband is probably something insane. All you got to do one time is go down there with your mouth and then eat the muff cabbage. One time, falling my pain with his fingers. Boom, boom. All you gotta do is one time, and they're gonna think you are a saint. They're gonna say, you're so sweet. Boom. They're gonna teach you about exfoliating because straight men don't know how to exfoliate. You are gonna be in their will. All you gotta do is last out 20 years. 20 years. They ain't gonna last that long. Their diet's horrible. They're from the olden days. They're probably eating cigarette sandwiches. They probably got lead in their body. They probably got blood in their stool. They ain't living long. They're gonna be gone. They're gonna be done. They're stressed out from their previous husband, and they're gonna be free. That cell shock inside their body, that PTSD, they're not gonna trust anything. They're gonna lose their life real fast, and you're gonna be able to swoozle in and get that inheritance money. That's gonna be you, soldier boy. You can do this. You have the ability, power, strength, and mindset to actually coalesce in doing that. People say it's so hard to find a girl. Oh, I'm struggling. You're not using all your assets. You're not using everything you possibly can. You're not using everything in your body. I hear quitter talk. All I hear is quitter talk. You don't even need charisma. All you need is the drive and to go to any website where there's promiscuous activities happening and go look up amateur girl on girl. That will teach you everything you need to know because amateurs love each other more than professionals do. That's all you got to look at. That's all that matters. You master those techniques. You spell out the alphabet with your tongue and you got this in the bag. Figure out where the bugle is down there. You figure out where that pinto bean is, and then you figure out that coochie is made of hummus because that chick peas. Boom. Squirt status. Bow. Getting hit with a fire hose. Boom. You can make it happen. You can make it happen. You're just not believing in yourself. You ain't believing in yourself. And that's what you could do. That's what you could do. That's what you could do. I believe in you. I see the vision. I see the vision. I see the vision. I see the vision. I feel it. I feel it. I got it. I feel it. Anyways, you have not a Q&A but a yap session. I asked, my question is, do you enjoy literature, like creating or writing tales and stories at all? I don't. I enjoy specific tales. One of my favorite books is this. It's Geometry for Ocelots. It's by Xerbia. I enjoy it a lot. It's one of my favorite books of all time. It's really good. It's a really good book. I enjoy tales and literature of all variety. And also, I don't know if you can I don't know if you can see the chat. I don't know what chat you're in, but there is, and this is gonna sound crazy, there's a lot of chats going on. I can't read everything. So just wanted to point that out. So if you're curious if I'm not answering every question that I get, that's simply because, and this is not to attack you. It's a lot of chats. So that's a lot of stuff going on. Just wanted to point that out. You read Dostoevsky? No, I have not read Dostoevsky. 2-part graphic novel, please try it. I might mop or broom. Depends on the floor. Maybe broom first and then mop. Depends. So like with my room, I usually mop it. Sorry, I usually broom it and then mop it in that order. That's the way things go. So, that thumbnail. Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? It's okay. Don't read chat. We're here to watch you. I feel as though that defeats the purpose of a live. You should read him. He's a fantastic author. I'll consider it. I will consider it. I might consider it. I'll consider it. Vacuum first. What's a hardwood floor? It's not. I don't need to vacuum. It's a hardwood floor. It's a hardwood floor. It's fun. We just like to yap, and that's what it is. That's what it is. I'd like to talk to you. Pleasure to see you. Pleasure to have you all here. It's very hot in here. I need an air conditioner in this room because it is hot. But air conditioners are like, I don't know, $216. I might get it my next paycheck. Oh, I want to point this out, right? Burgers or sandwiches? Ooh, I have to go. Sandwiches all day. There's more variety in sandwiches than burgers. While I play poker and RDR2. Hey, nice. I will check out that book, but I thank you for answering me unless I'm sorry for me saying what I had. It's okay. It's okay. If I see the question, I'll answer it. If I see the question, I'll answer it. But more than likely, if I'm in the midst of a rant, man, that's going to be tough. That's tough. Rather pizza grease or pure crust? That's tough. I like pure crust. I'm a big fan of pure crust. I hate pizza grease. Aren't burgers sandwiches, though? Technically, yes, and technically, no. Depends on what you quantify as a sandwich. Life Larry videos. Thank you very much, Blue Phoenix. I appreciate that. It really depends. So I have a new video coming out at 8 o'clock tonight, and I might end the stream around like 7:45 or around 8. I might end exactly at 8. Did you watch Obsession yet? No. The only new movie I'm gonna see coming up soon is probably the new the Amazing Digital Circus. Actually, that's probably the newest movie I'm gonna see. The Amazing Digital Circus coming up. And that's probably going to be it for a while. I'm not the greatest fan of watching a lot of new movies. I hate to say it. I'm a little bit of an idiot when it comes to a lot of the stuff. Hold on. I didn't put my thumbnail. I messed up my thumbnail. Yeah, it's cool. All right, there it goes. I gotta make sure I put my thumbnails down. Hot Pockets or curly calzones? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Did you watch Keldawa's response to your Digital Circus video? Yeah. I think she was saying something along the lines of that I'm downplaying racism, or that passive racism is still racism, and I would love to talk to her, but my response to that entire thing is black people have always dealt with racism in the nerd community. Literally the worst thing I got called when I was playing Black Ops in the Xbox 360 days was Nigger and then the F slur, and they just kept calling me the N-word. It was a buzzword for people to say. So I had already seen that, and she was simply saying that I'm downplaying racism and that I'm saying it's not that big of a deal. And more so, it in this capacity, the nerd community will always be racist, right? The nerd community will always be racist. And I want to say this to you. This is very important to me. It's very important to me, right? I think this is very important, at least to me in some capacity, that I think black people trying to get into the alt community will always be difficult because the alt community always has an undertage of only white people, right? Think of how when someone says, oh, I like guys with long hair. Do you consider my hair long? They're not talking about me. They're talking about long hair that flows past the shoulders. As a matter of fact, if you Google long hair anywhere, you're going to see long, effeminate hair, because afros in themselves, to a lot of people, aren't necessarily feminine in that variety. You see a black woman with an afro, people don't think feminine, they think strong, powerful diva. They don't think feminine. That's the issue with this whole thing. And that's why the alt community, to me, in some capacities, doesn't feel black. And that's the same way with the nerd community, because the nerd community has founded itself on white Norseism, the ability of Odin and Zeus and all these older elder Greek gods and things of that variety. The magic and mysticism doesn't always include black people. So whenever I go to an alt show, I am usually the one grain of pepper in a sea of salt. That usually is what's happening here. Back when I used to go to older anime conventions, I was one of the 10 black people that would always show up and say, hey, you're black Naruto, or hey, you're black Goku, when I was just cosplaying the character and not trying to be a black version of that character. And in Japanese animation, there's not going to be a lot of black representation because they have no reason to pander to black people in any capacity. They don't have a reason to, because American consumerism is the highest in capitalistic societies, and most American consumers are primarily going to be people of Caucasian descent, and usually with Western gaming and that variety, they spend the most money. Hence why advertisers pay the most for American streaming medias. You're going to see that coalesced with people. Just best way I can describe it. Best way I can describe it is white defaultism infiltrated the alt community and the black community. Well, the alt community and the nerd community. Because you can say that black people can be alts and stuff, their variety, but the fact that even needs to be said is the issue, right? Black people can be alts. That's the problem. The fact that you need to say it is the problem. And that's, if it's not an inherent default, that's the issue. And I'm not saying that black people can't be. I don't say you got to homogenize to one black identity. That seems defeatist in itself. But I'm saying that it is much harder for a black person to assimilate into nerd culture or or more so alt culture in any capacity, because they are inherently white things. They just are. And you know what happens whenever I say this? Someone comes out of nowhere and says, well, actually, black people started it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if black people started it. What does it become now? What does it become now? You could say black people started all these things and all this stuff. You could say that all the time. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter at all, because what's happening now is black people are not accepted into these communities. You could say black people started jazz or something of that variety, and something, then this, all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. It doesn't matter, because the mainstay, the real premise of what's going on here is that black people still aren't respected in these communities at all. They are seen as outliers and exceptions as opposed to just being a part of the community. And that's the biggest issue I have within the alt and the spaces of nerd culture. I remember when I was going to a video game shop, I barely ever saw black people, just big, fat, and nerdy white guys. Or skinny, smelly white guys. That's what I saw. No women, just white guys. That's all I saw. White guys, long hair, sometimes balding. That's all I saw. That's it. Never saw it. That's so important. That's very important, because a lot of people don't want to accept the fact that when I say these statements, I'm not talking about your fucking group. I'm not talking about your little 10 people that you know. I'm talking about the at-large group. If you go to when I was younger, I was hanging out with this white girl, right? Right. I was hanging out with this white girl, and this is really important to the entire confines, right? When I was younger, I went to Vans Warped Tour. Now, how many black people do you think were at Vans Warped Tour? That's right, me. I was it. I was the one and only. I was the one above all. I was the daywalker. I have all of their power, but none of their weaknesses. People came up to me and said, yo, right on, black person. They touched my hair. They high-fived me. Everybody there was wearing skinny jeans and those belts that were like seat belts. It was psychotic, and they had the hair out there. I just had my afro out. I was just out here like, cool, I'm here to listen to, because I listened to Never Shout Never, and I like Never Shout Never, because I thought Christopher Drew's music was pretty good. So I was walking around, I saw all these white girls with the same hairstyle. I saw all these guys with long swoopy hair looking like Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto, and I looked like, I don't know, Denzel Washington. I have no clue. I just like Chris Rock. I was like, wow, look at these guys. It's cool. Hi, guys. What's going on? And it was so strange being in this environment, because I didn't feel accepted at all. I felt like a phenomenon. I felt like an attraction. I felt like they came to Vans Warped Tour to look at me. That's what I felt. I didn't feel accepted into this community in any capacity. And that's how I feel about the alt community. You can see this anywhere, too. Go to any tattoo shop and look at their portfolio. Go to any tattoo page on Instagram and look at how many people are black. You're going to see 2 black people and 7,000 white people, because, well, color shows up better on white skin. Then why are all your photos in black and white, buddy? Why are all your photos in black and white for that artistic flair? Well, it just looks better. It just looks better. You will never see it. Well, you can just go to a black person for tattoos. That's not the point. That's not the point I'm getting at. The point I'm getting at is the alt community, the nerd community, the anime community, the tattoo community, all don't accept black people as a default. They have to be kind of doctrined in. Well, black people can get tattoos for this person. And I accept black people in the alt community. I accept that we are an outlier. We are an outlier, right? We're an outlier. We are, to make so black people can understand, if you are black in the alt community, you're Eminem. Think about that. If you're black in the nerd community, you're Jack Harlow. And if you're black in the tattoo community, you're vanilla ice. You are a commodity to these people. That's what it is. And I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them for that, but that's just the culture. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, man. That's just how I see it. That's what it is. That's just what it is. I'm not telling you something that's crazy. I'm not telling you something nuts. That's just real, right? And what's crazy is that I don't feel and I'm not asking you to be an ally if you're white, right? I'm not asking you to do something. What can I do to help? I don't give a fuck about that. That's not important. I don't care about your white guilt. I'm not here to instruct you on that. I am explaining to you the reality of the situation, and it's not going to change. And that's okay. It's not going to change. I complain about it all day. I could argue about it all day. I could debate it with hundreds of people. It won't change the mindset. Because if you explain it to somebody, they still won't understand. I can explain the mindset. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that's okay. It's okay. That is okay. That's fine. Right? And that's fine. That's okay. It's like white gamer girls that say the N-word. It's whatever. I don't care. Right? There were creators, then black creators, right? Because we need a special category because we're not accepted in the community. It's not as if that we want to be an outlier or an exception, right? Black people don't want to be an exception. Black people would love it if there was a merit-based society where we were hired based on our skill set. But that's not how the reality is, because the mindsets of people in America, the mindsets of people on Earth, is just not that. That's what it is. Why does the color of my skin have to make everything different? Because people view you differently. That's why. Because people view you differently. That's it. It's tribalism. These people look like me, so I want to be around them. When I see Asian people interact with each other, they speak in their base language. That's what it is. It's the reality of it. And that's life. That's just life. And that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Because it's the reality that we're going to have to deal with as long as tribalism exists. Everyone has their own knowledge in life and people, places, such, It's okay. It's fine. It's whatever. It's life. And in terms of that video that got made about me, we're talking about that I'm undermining racism. I understand it. I grasp it. Just complaining about it won't change anything. I'm literally the same, though, just black. Correct. And you can understand that, but the other person may not understand it. For instance, I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my favorite things on earth. Most people I know hate mushrooms. I don't know why, but they just hate mushrooms, and that's okay. Well, it's because I don't get as offended, right? Someone asked me what's my take on astrology. Someone set up my take on astrology. Oh, brother. I have no hate towards astrology in any capacity. If you like astrology, good for you. I'm proud of you. You can believe your star sign dictates how your life is going to operate. You can be a Virgo. You can be a Capricorn. You can be amazing. But if you dedicate and tell other people that their life is this way because they're Virgo, that's such a Leo thing to do. You're so prideful and arrogant. Wow, you're such a promiscuous woman. You must be a Scorpio. Oh my goodness. I can tell you're an October Scorpio. You can't tell a thing because every day I lie about my astrology. Every single day. I tell people the wrong birthday, birth sign, birth, everything. People think I'm a Pisces. They're like, oh man, you're lying. That's exactly what, I don't know, Aries would do. I guess I'm an Aries today. I really don't care. It doesn't matter to me what my astrology is, because how I was born does not determine the rest of my life in any capacity. And yes, I know that astrology is a lot more different. You gotta know your 12 placements upon the earth. You gotta know every single thing. And I can do tarot reads. I can read your palm and figure things out about you. I know everything. And air signs are actually this and this variety. That's actually base astrology, which is different than convoluted astrology. I know everything already. I don't care. It's all stupid. Astrology to me is the same way I feel about people who think everything in the Bible is true. Everything in the Bible. I mean everything. Yeah, God sent a swarm of locusts, and he told that guy to cut his son's junk off. And if you think the Bible is anything outside of a book of moral lessons that you should use to base your morality off of in order to have a better and more doctrine life, If you think they were really doing magic back in the day, splitting oceans and stuff, that's fine by you, and I'm happy about that. You must play fantasy football and drink every night, and obviously you must care about everybody on earth, because if you can believe in magic but hate gay people, something's wrong with you, is how I feel. That's just my reality and how I feel about things. If you can believe in magic and hate gay people, think about that for a second. If you believe in magic but hate gay people, how? How's moving castle? How? How you doing that? What's going on there? What's happening with you? You believe that there are demons and leviathans and angels and the Metatron and Azrael. You believe throne, and you believe in the rapture, and you believe you're going to get saved and be in eternal bliss and happiness, but you can't imagine another man eating another man's chocolate starfish and giving him back shots. You can't even fathom that for 2 seconds? That's crazy. That's insane. That is insane. That's gotta be crazy. That's gotta be nuts. You gotta be Pooklegop. You gotta be Scoople Goople. It's nuts. And I don't even think star signs I don't even think it's dumb. I don't even think it's dumb, right? I don't think it's stupid. I think somebody wanted to have something to latch on to feel spiritual, right? I don't think somebody said, wow, this world is so much full of air and magic, and I feel the mirror in the air, and I just want to be a part of something bigger. Cool. That's great. Feeling like your life is fantastical is the sure way to get indoctrinated into the psych ward, and that is fine and dandy. I am with you. I am here for you. I love ya. I'm here for it. But, my big delicious but, I gotta say that maybe it's not all real. Have you considered that? And this goes into how I feel about mysticism and spirituality and all this stuff, because I think humans made gods to give their life meaning and purpose. I think humans made all these spirits and analogies and all this stuff to explain things that were unexplainable. And now that we can explain it, it takes away the magic of everything, right? It's insane. Why would I ever be misogynistic towards a spiritual girl? That's goofy. There's no need to be misogynistic when it's and that's the thing about insults too, right? When you insult somebody, I hate when people insult someone's appearance. That's not a good way to insult somebody. You gotta insult their character. That's way funnier. To insult their character. I think if you need a virtue of beliefs to believe in order to make this life worth it, life's already difficult. I'm not gonna tear you down for wanting to believe in something outside the unknown. I don't want you to hurt yourself in some capacity and use my opinion as some basis, because people take my opinion and use that. People take my opinion too seriously. People say, well, he has a big following. He's got all these people watching him. He's got all this stuff going on in his life, and I should listen to him. You don't have to listen to me about anything. Please use me as somebody to talk to and not somebody to learn from, right? You don't have to learn. If you do learn something from me, that's okay too. But I am not anyone's mentor, despite the fact that I know that I've mentored many. I am only as wise as the smartest person I've ever spoken to. That means I know that I know nothing. That's where I'm at in life, and that's where I am. You don't have to do that. I need you to you don't have to take my opinion word for word, but take what I say and use that as a baseboard to jump up and do other things in your life. You don't have to use me as the basis of everything. It feels crazy. To do that. It's not. It just doesn't feel good. Misogynistic. Anyways, that's what it is. You should be nuanced. Where hate thoughts operated. Is the mic cutting in and out? Is it? Is the mic cutting in and out? Is my mic cutting in and out? What's going on here? Something to do as the entirety of my identity is essentially trying to or eliminated from society. Like, why would I defend the system when it wants me dead? Yeah, it does. See what Gemini, huh? I am a Gemini. It's not. Yes. My mic is cutting out? Is it? I don't know if it is. How dare you preach common sense? 2022. Did you not check the planet rules? I didn't. It's real, guys. It's real. I could tell it's real. Yeah, I'm a Gemini. What about it? It's not cutting? Cool. I hope my mic's not cutting. That would suck. That would suck balls. That would suck hat ass. That would be horrible. The worst thing ever. I would not enjoy that at all. It's crazy because I have like two things going on right now. You know, I was just thinking about doing a pull up which would pull win just to see the result. I think we're doing a pull which pull win. What? I'm sorry. You know, I was thinking of doing a poll of which poll will win just to see the result. I mean, YouTube promotes me pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I think black creators have to be a bit inflammatory to get promoted. It's really just anybody. Most people don't get promoted on YouTube in general because you have to do something that invokes rage. A lot of it's like my videos coming out tonight, right? 8 o'clock. That invokes a lot of rage. That's what I do. I don't care about what you say when people. I am right, you're wrong. You can believe something else. You're a bad person. That's a little bit goofy to say. That's crazy. But mostly, I'm a nihilist. I doesn't believe in most spirit stuff because it's impossible for humans to perceive reality. You spitting bars. I think they mean poll. Yo, I made a stream. Hell yeah, what's cracking? So here goes. Here goes the thing, right? Here goes the thing. I think what happens with fear, people are scared of being wrong, right? People have this big innate fear of being wrong. It's a little strange that way, right? So when someone's wrong, they feel as though, or when someone doesn't agree with someone else's statement. For instance, right? How I eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is I have crunchy peanut butter and strawberry jelly. And then I put butter on my pan. I cook the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with butter on each side on a pan. Then I eat it that way, right? That's how I make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. A lot of people like grape jelly. A lot of people like smooth peanut butter. But how I like my sandwich is how I like my sandwich. It's my preference. A lot of people think that preferences dictate the entire bulk of reality. That's crazy. It feels nuts to have that be the bulk of what the world is. It feels nuts. Yeah, my hair is crazy. It just feels. It's a fear of living. It's a fear of the unknown. The fear of differences. It's not normal. What's normal for me is obviously not what's normal for you. And I think that instead of people don't greet things with curiosity, they greet things with adversity. And if you're adverse to an idea or something new or something strange, you end up wanting to destroy it in totality. And when you want to destroy something, you end up ruining a large part of what that thing could possibly become. And that's scary. That's real scary. That's really, really scary. That's really, really scary. I get scared. I get scared for the future that we're building for a lot of people because right now we are in a very inflammatory way of living, right? We are in probably the most inflammatory way of living we've ever been in. And it's been normalized by a man that thinks that he's right about everything. I've never met anybody on earth who's right about everything, ever. The issue I have with politics nowadays is the fact that we have a man in office, a very, very seemingly who thinks he's powerful man, who is so egotistical, who is so up his own butt cheek that he's smelling his own farts and thinking they smell like ambrosia. They think they're actually fragrant, and people around him are telling him, oh, this is good too. You're amazing. You're in perfect health. You have such big, broad shoulders, and he's never wrong. I've never met anybody on earth, ever, who's never wrong. You have to be wrong because that's how you grow. And if you admit that you're never wrong, if you say you're never wrong, you have no capacity for growth. So you're stagnating. And you're going to tear everybody else down with you when you say these statements. You're going to ruin the life of everybody around you if you think that you're never wrong. Think of all the people in your life who always has problems, but for some reason it's never their fault. Oh, yeah, this happened and it wasn't my fault. And this happened, but it wasn't my fault. It is your fault sometimes. It's okay to admit. Sometimes life doesn't deal you the best hand. You have all ones, and you're like, man, this is nothing. This is a five of a kind, but I can't play the five of a kind because we're not playing this. And then they got jokers are wild. They're playing full house, and you're getting cooked. You're getting absolutely cooked. It's horrible. You got the wrong hand. If somebody in your life is always like this, they must love Donald Trump. They must think that they're the greatest thing on earth. And if you think you're the greatest thing on earth, you think you could do no wrong and nothing bad can ever happen, I pity you. I pity what your life has become. I pity how you operate as a human being because that's not how humans operate. We need to be uncomfortable to grow. Think of this for a moment, right? When you fell off your bike, when you learned how to ride a bike, you were uncomfortable because you didn't know. So you got comfortable and you learned how to ride the bike. When you tripped over your own shoes, you couldn't tie your shoelaces. You had to learn how to be comfortable, so you tied your own shoes. The only way people grow in any capacity is by being uncomfortable. That's it. That's the only way to grow up. That's the only way to be better. That's it. When you have a pain in your body, the way to get comfortable is to cure that pain. That's how we operate. But sadly, the way politics is right now, the way the world is right now, we don't know how to be uncomfortable. We're thinking that we got to get to comfort somehow, but no plans are being made. Make America great again. Okay. How? No, we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it, right? We're just going to do it. We're Americans, not Americans. Okay. Crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I really wish we could figure out what's going on. I wonder if we could figure out what's going on. Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the world right now, right? I keep hearing about tragedy after tragedy every single day. Oh, a tsunami happening. They're struggling in the Congo, and Palestine's getting destroyed. And we got to boycott Target, and we got to boycott McDonald's because they're supporting the IDF, and there's a war going on over here, and the people, and there's a firebomber in Detroit, and a car crash happened, and Chuck the Builder's calling people the N-word, and it's nothing but bad things all the time. I cannot think of, in the past 3 years, where there's been a person who has gotten wildly successful from sharing good news. There are moments of goodness in the bad news, but it's usually drama exacerbated by the petty dramas within everything. Oh, Saikuno got canceled, and this predator got caught, and Gideon called him. It's just anger, 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 anger. It's sad. It's really sad. It's just sad. Really odd. I don't get it. I wish things were better, but they're not. Oh no, my hair looks crazy. What's up? Hold on. My hair looks crazy. What's going on about it? Yeah? It's just crazy hair. That's just what it is. I got crazy hair, man. I got wild crazy hair. I love it. I take a moment to think I'm not exactly wrong. My opinion was just stated in a way that wasn't very nice. It's okay. Life happens. Life happens. It was the only people affected. The only people affected the hardest need the most help, yet refuse any. 100%. 100%. It's a struggle. I got a friend. Bless his heart. He just lost his job. Bless his heart. I love him so much. Great man. And he's a young cat, like 23 years old. And he asked me a lot of questions about, well, how did you get through this? How did you get through this? I don't have good advice for how to get through things. I just did it. Right? Like, you can't use my experience of how I got through something to figure out how you got to get through something, because we're two different people. That's how I feel. I can't empathize. I'm not easy to, it's hard for me to empathize with people, because whenever something horrible happened in my life, like I beat cancer, right? I try my best to get through it. Right now, I have sciatica in my lower back. It hurts to do everything. Holy shit, it hurts to do everything. I'm in so much pain all the time. I am in like wild pain all the time. Every time I stand up straight, I get a shooting pain down my left leg. It hurts. I get surgery. I think you guys help pay for the surgery, so I get surgery soon. I think it's in June 20th. I get surgery. So I'm very happy about the surgery I'm going to get, because I'm able to get some nerve grafting done. I'm very happy about that. And I had nerve grafting done once before, but the pain still subsisted. So I went to a specialist to see my nerve stuff going on. And I still got pain. So this may be my whole life. I just got to deal with it. But I'm still able-bodied. You know what's crazy, right? This is going to be cool. What I do for money is YouTube, and I have a bike. I have a bike, and I do DoorDash from my bike. Hey, thanks for the gifted. Thank you for the gifted. No flare at all. Crazy. I saw the gifted. I don't know why none of the alerts are popping up at all. It's like no alerts are popping up in any capacity. Let me refresh this. It's crazy that no alerts popped up at all. That is insane. It's nuts, because you definitely donated. You definitely gave me gifted. That's great. Thank you for the gifted. It's nuts that nothing popped up. I'm confused why my scenes aren't working. I will fix that in the meantime. Wait, is Stream Elements down? I will figure that out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hurts to do everything every day, so I was a little kid. It's just my dang life. It's just life. That's okay. That's fine. As long as I just want to say your last video was great. Hope your day's going well. Thank you. I appreciate that. As long as I am alive and able-bodied. If anything happens where I'm not able to move, I will need assistance. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. If I'm not able to move, that's my worst fear. I have such a deep fear specifically with my legs. Like if my arms go away, I can rock with that. But if I can't use my legs, oh, I'm I'm horrified at that. That's my greatest fear. I think. I think it's my greatest fear. Just losing ability in my legs. I gotta get some water. Hold on. My legs are very important. Physio? Uh, yeah. Yeah. I was hanging out with a girl who was real skinny. We'll be there for support. Appreciate it. I was hanging out with a girl real skinny. And she was like paper thin, dude. She was real paper thin. And she said, well, nobody makes food that I like. I said, okay. Completely understood. I said, what food do you like? And she said, I like chicken tenders and I like macaroni. I said, okay. So I learned how to make macaroni with cream cheese in it. And I learned how to make really good chicken tenders. And so every day I made her rice, eggs, chicken tenders, macaroni, broccoli. Every day. Every single day. And I made sure she ate an apple. Within 2 months, she had gained 30 pounds. Just doing regular activities. And she went from 90 pounds to 120. And she said, I've never been this big in my life. I can't fit any of my clothes. I said, okay, cool. You want me to help you out? And that's what I wanted to help her out a lot. I wanted to help her out. And she said, okay, I just wasn't, nobody took care of me like this. And I said, I'm not always going to be here. You got to learn how to take care of yourself. Because it's goddamn depressing that you don't know how to take care of yourself when all it took was one person to help. And she said, you don't know what it's like not to have support. I said, yes, I do. Because that's how I learned how to support you. I didn't have anybody there for me. So I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. That's important to me. She didn't understand that. She didn't grasp that. She didn't grasp that people just don't I don't want people to suffer as I've suffered. And it's as simple as that. It's simple as that. It reminds me of, the Bible, right? A guy came up to me a few months back and he said, I don't grasp it, man. I don't grasp how you don't read the Bible. I said, what's wrong? What? He said, how do you have any morality if you don't read the Bible? How do you have morals if you don't read the Bible? I said, well, I just don't want people to go through what I went through. That's it. It's literally as simple as that. I do not want people to suffer as I have suffered in human history. No way. No way at all in any capacity. That I just don't want people to suffer as I've suffered. He said, well, the Bible teaches that. Well, I taught that to myself. I learned that if I get hurt and somebody else gets hurt, that's sad for both of us. And I don't want misery to have any company because misery should be eliminated. I want there to be a sentence in Wikipedia because they say misery is. I want misery to be misery was. I want it to be a thing of the past. I want sadness to be a thing of the past. I want life to be heaven on earth. But that's not good for a lot of people because people want to suffer, it seems. People think that suffering will give them this reward for something they suffered for. They think they're going to get something at the end of their suffering. If I suffer through this, if I struggle just enough, I'm going to get something good. No, what? That's ridiculous. Why would you want that? I will plant trees whose shade I will never know the comfort of. I want to make it greater for the next generation. That's why I don't insult kids who are iPad kids because I wish I had an iPad growing up. I would love not to go through all the trauma of listening to my parents argue and learn all this stuff or growing up faster than I was supposed to. I would have loved to had a childhood. That would have been fantastic. I don't insult kids who don't play outside and watch videos all day because I would have loved to have internet access like that. I'm not going to be a boomer and complain about the next generation because I care about throwing sticks and rocks and being outside and getting dirt. Bro, I got a rust infection. I need a tetanus shot at one point. I almost got rabies from a dog. I don't want anybody to go through that. Well, that made you stronger, didn't it? No, it made me horrified of animals is what happened. I hate that. I absolutely disgust that. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to have that. It's gross. It's this thing where if you suffer on earth, you get a reward in the afterlife. Why put us on earth in the first place? What's the point of making earth in general? Well, I wanted you to experience earth to get to heaven. Why make us in the first place? what's the point then? If we spend our entire lives trying to get back to heaven, what's the point? That doesn't make any sense. God has a plan for you, and it's to go on earth. And will we a test? Are we a little experiment? Is all a game for him? Are we literally in a game and he is playing a game with us? Because it sounds like God is playing a really messed up games of The Sims where he's not controlling us and he forgets about all of us while we live our lives. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like when you pray for him and sometimes he answers, it just sounds gross. It sounds as if everything bad happening to you is the devil and everything good happening to you is God. It sounds like you are trying to make your life seem more mystical and fantastical than what it already is. You want to be a protagonist really bad when it's okay to just be you. You don't have to be the main character. You just gotta be you. I don't care if your life is significant or important. It has no precedence over my life. It doesn't matter to me. You want your life to be wildly significant when it's not. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay not to have this big, larger than life. It's okay. It's okay to just be an electrician or a plumber or not be a social media influencer. It's okay, dude. It's fine. You don't have to go through all this extra stuff for nothing. You gain nothing by doing this. It's disgusting. You care so deeply about the future that you're not living in the present. And the present is such a gift. You don't want to experience this gift because you care so deeply about what's coming next. Focus on what's happening now. Because every day when you don't focus on what's happening now, you ruin yourself. You ruin it for everybody else around you. You disrupt and destroy. You ruin it for so many people. It's sad. It saddens me to my whole chest to see this happen all the time. It's depressing. W stream. I'm just a guy. We should live lives caring about an afterlife and not about the only things you can be sure of our lives. We should live life. It's so strange. So strange. So strange. Fish and fries are good. Yeah. Had it recently. It's really good. Fish and chips. Fish and chips are good. And Ishman, to the credit of British people, sound and video aren't synced. Aren't they? Are my sound and video not synced? Are they not? They are? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. They're synced for me. I don't know. They're synced for everybody else. Anyways, as I was saying, a few milliseconds off. Nigga, a few milliseconds off? Oh no, my stream is a few milliseconds off. Ah, shit, in the stream. Fuck. Oh my goodness. Holy. A few milliseconds? You gotta be sucking my balls. Holy shit. A few milliseconds. Oh, the stream's ruined. Fuck. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Shit. Oh my god. Ah. I can't believe this. My stream's a few milliseconds off? You gotta be fucking kidding me! Anyways. Saros, if he was written by Busy Pop. Unwatchable. May his mother get a flu. A singular flu. Anyways, that's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. I didn't realize it was a few milliseconds off. I've committed such a grave sin. When I say it's not, when you say it's not synced, it makes me feel like the entire stream is just thrown for a loopy loop, right? I just think this whole stream is off. So when you say that, I think, whoa, whole stream's bad. How do you get better at talking? Okay. The best way to get better at talking is simply to not use the words like, or Just get rid of them entirely. If you want to get better at your vernacular, if you want to increase your cadence, you want to open your mouth a bit better and say more words, practice every thought you say. Every time you have a thought, Pizza Hut, every time, Pizza Hut General, every single job of the Hut, Star Wars, Wars Inside the Sky. Try word association. Word association helps out indefinitely. Think about word association. So you associate the next word with the next third, with the next word, with the next fifth, 3/5 compromise, eyes, I got eyes, evil eye, D&D, D360, D20, 20 men, 20 half, that's 10-10. That's Naruto. Naruto is a good show. Good show, regular show. Pops, popping off, boom, boom. That's the way that K pops, bop, bop. And then K-pop is stealing from black artists. Word association helps out indefinitely. That's the best way to do it if you want to get better at talking. That's how I'm able to flow indefinitely whenever I say a word. Third, heard, everyone gets a bird. Birds are flying, hollow bones, hollows from Bleach, hollow, Bon, Kai, Dragon Ball Z, everyone gets a bunch of T, C, B, Q, R. R for pirates. I'm pirating movies on many streaming sites. I'm out of sight. I'm out of mind. I'm out of rhymes. That's the way you can do it. It's the best way to figure out how your speech can improve with vernaculars. I can do this all day. That's the best way to do it. I think that's the best way to increase your speech, or maybe slow down your speech to a degree in which it's more comfortable pace for you to talk. Maybe your brain is too fast for you to actually say the words, and you're using ADHD as an excuse because you don't want to actually take the time and effort to learn how to deal with yourself, so you're using it as an excuse. I have been schizoaffective for a large part of my life. I don't have ADHD. I don't know what it's like to deal with that. But I do know what it's like to have a bunch of thoughts that are coalescing inside of your brain that you're not able to control. You find that through line, you figure it out, you figure out what you want to say, you figure out how to center your attention. If you have something inside of your brain that is making it difficult to do so, find methods or ways to figure that out for you. That's the best methods that I can ascribe to you. If you're looking for an answer from me, I'm not going to be nice with my answer, but I am going to try to be as kind as possible because too many people actively make 100 excuses on how to not be a person. You got to learn how to deal with yourself if you want to live in this reality. That's life. That's life. That's how you got to live your life. Thank you for the $2 dono of the spicy mustard. Didn't appreciate it earlier, but I appreciate that. That's how you operate it. It's really strange. That's how we do it. So yeah, that's the best way to learn how to speak, talk, say words, say vernacular. It's also a hard skill to teach, such as teaching charisma. It's hard to teach charisma. It's hard to teach just being a person in general. It's just hard to teach those small little things. So that's how I feel about life. What's your take on it? We are still here. We are still here. I will give you my take on it. I think I already said my take on it earlier. Did you master your own personality? I'm better than you. That's how. So okay, let me. People want me to respond to the video of the girl. I feel as though it's just gonna be a back and forth of the thing if I respond to the video. It just seems goofy. I feel like we just have a conversation with the girl about it, but I don't know if she's open to have a discussion. I don't know. React. Holy shit. I might react tomorrow. It seems it's so agitating to just react to it because she has like, what a point. She has like 9,000 subscribers. It seems goofy. It just seems goofy to react to it. She just has gripes with, more so not even me. She has gripes with the entirety of nerd culture and how they treat black people. So that's what it is. That's it. That's what she has an issue with. So it's not necessarily me she has an issue with. It's nerd culture and how they treat black people. That's the biggest issue she has with the entirety of the situation. It's the liberal Hassan Andy type. I don't think that she's that kind of person. I don't know. I think she's just somebody that's fed up with nerd culture not accepting black people, and she has a right to be offended by white people in nerd culture. She has a right to be offended by it. So that's what she has a right to be offended by it. Don't send any hate her way, please. If we watch the video, I just want to point that out. I have no interest in attacking anybody that's black ever. I never have any interest in attacking a black person ever in my life. I don't. I never have an interest in that. A lot of people want me to get in a beef with all these black people and say, "Oh, you should attack this black person." Go to hell and kill yourself. I never ever tell me to attack a black person. I will never. I will have solidarity on everything. It's not happening. You are not getting me to do black on black violence on the internet for any stretch of the measure of the word. Even if they attack me and threaten me, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. You're not getting it out of me. Of religion not being responsible for the moral principles we generally have. I remember you once said something close to that of religion not being responsible for the moral principles we generally have in modern times. Yeah, it's not. It's not. The issues of beef, not worth it. All right, everybody. I'm going to end the stream now, but I need you to do something for me. I was going to raid somebody, but I refuse to do that right now. I need you to do something for me. A video just released on my channel. Now, this video, I hope this video does good. I'm hoping this video does good. I'm hoping this video does good. It just released. I need you to go to the video. Right? I'm gonna maybe I can type in chat. Here it goes. I need you to been watching your YouTube Yubo/Wish video on repeat. Appreciate it. I don't think I can drop links in the chat. It won't let me drop this link. It will not let me drop a link in here. So it's on my page. It's on you can sleep and watch tomorrow. It is on my YouTube page. I can't drop. Can I type a message? I can't even type a message in my chat right now. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, it's no, this is important. I'm on a whole thing. I'm on a whole thing. I need you to go there and comment any random 3 sentences. Don't say commenting for algorithm. Comment any 3 random sentences ever. It doesn't matter what it is. I just released a video on my page. It's on my YouTube page. Comment any, and I mean any, 3 random sentences. I don't care what they are. Just any 3 random sentences. Don't care what they are. Just go to my latest video and comment any 3. It's out now. It's out now. Not the Lofty vid. Not the Lofty vid. It's the one I just released. It's about the Natasha doll thing. That's what's going on. I'm gonna just pull it up on stream real fast. I'm gonna show you what it is. I'm gonna show you which video it is. Hold on. Hey. That's not it. Hold on. This is it. All right. This video. This one. Go here and comment. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. This one. I need you to go here. Yeah, the Chinese black dolls. Yeah, I made a video about that whole situation. So I just need you to go here and comment any three, I don't care what they are, any 3 sentences. Like the video, comment any 3 sentences. Now then, where people are on, I see people are on the other, I see people are on vertical. I don't have it on vertical. There it goes. I didn't pull up on vertical. Okay, right, here it goes. So, here it goes. Boom. All right. Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I'm going to edit this stream to make a bunch of clips for my other channels. Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I'm hot as hell. I'm out. Peace.